Hello guys, it's your girl Onana and this is Onana Nation. So today we have sad news reaching us from Cameroon, where a young dynamic lady called Giselle Throwey, who is so hardworking. Matter of fact, she was the Secretary General of the Gendarmerie there in Yaoundé. So Giselle, at the end of the day, at the end of her shift at the office, she told her co-workers, okay, my day has ended. Bye everybody, I'm going me home. I'll see you guys tomorrow. So she left the office, told her colleagues goodbye. Unfortunately, she never made it home. Why? Because she was abducted. Why? Because she was kidnapped by strange men whom nobody saw, and today nobody even knows who these perpetrators are. So Giselle left the office and she was kidnapped and she never made it home. Her family members are sitting and waiting for her. 1 hour past, 2 hours past, 3 hours past, they never see her more. And they were like, this is unlike our sister. This is strange. Giselle always comes back home straight from work. What is happening? So the family became increasingly concerned. They started calling people, calling co-workers. Hello, is she there at the office? Co-workers said no, she left here hours ago. They started calling her friends. Have you seen Giselle? The friends were like, no. And then that's when the family became more concerned. Like, this is unlike her. Where could she have gone? So they went out, they were searching, knocking on a few doors, knocking on neighbors' doors, help us. So Giselle has not come back home. They were looking everywhere, asking for her, and they couldn't find her. So they alerted the office where she works and her co-workers, because they are gendarme officers, and the co-workers started launching an investigation into the case. They were looking for her everywhere. They went around town, they were looking for her, searching frantically. They could not find her. So the family, when your family member is missing, you make the loudest noise possible. You tell everybody about it in hopes that somebody may have seen her somewhere. So the family members stayed calling other people, have you seen her? Have you seen her? Everybody is saying no. So they were just wishing and hoping and, praying that God will send a miracle, that God will send a sign, and somehow, miraculously, their sister will return back home to them. So while they were sitting there waiting for Giselle to come home, the phone started ringing. The kidnappers were calling her parents. So the parents picked the call. They were like, hello, what's going on? And then this way the kidnappers calling. They say, is it Giselle's family? She said yes. Then they started asking the mom and the dad that you guys have to give us ransom, or you guys have to give us millions and millions of francs CFA if you ever want to see your daughter alive again. So the mom was crying like, Papa God, though, as you see me, so I don't have any money. Where do you guys expect us to have all this money? The kidnappers were really asking for an exorbitant sum of money, and the family was like, why will you carry all these millions and give you guys in such little time? If you even give us time, maybe we can go borrow the money. We don't have any way to take this money and give you this night. The kidnappers were like, okay, you have 24 hours. They gave them very short time. The family was confused and they were just crying and telling the kidnappers, Papa, we don't have all this money. As you see us like this, even Watarina can carry us and go. We don't have us money. We are a struggling family with so many kids that are under our care. The kidnappers were like, maybe you guys don't know what we're saying. We mean business. If you guys don't bring this money within this amount of hours, you're never going to see your daughter again. That's why the family started crying. They alerted the gendarmerie where she works. So the gendarme officers went out. They were searching everywhere, all the neighborhoods of Yaoundé. They were searching everywhere, all uncompleted buildings, all farmlands. They were searching everywhere to see if they can see Giselle. While the family was there talking to the kidnappers were giving them final warning. If this money is not here with us by so and so amount of minutes now, you're never going to see your daughter again. That's why the family was crying and begging. And her co-workers were working and searching everywhere. They were searching everywhere in hopes of seeing this lady, only for them to go to Hawaii Escalade and discover this lady's lifeless body on the floor. So the evil guys who took her had waited and waited. The time had elapsed. The family did not have the money, unfortunately, and the evil guys went ahead to terminate this lady's life, a very young, hardworking lady. So you can see how they found her body on the floor, and the way they could not believe their eyes. This is our co-worker. She left the office yesterday. She said goodbye to us, and now we are discovering her dead in the farmland, abandoned in Hawaii Escalier. They could not believe their eyes. So they carried her, and then they called the family members to meet them at the morgue, that they had actually found Giselle, but unfortunately they have terrible news. She is no longer alive. Mama mio, family started crying everywhere, and they could not believe. They were inconsolable. Like, what is happening here? How does my sister, who just leaves me to go to work, comes back to the house as a lifeless person, comes back to the house as a corpse? Like, how does this even happen? Like, who does that? So the family were devastated, crying everywhere. They could not even understand what's going on. Like, when your life just changes drastically in a couple of hours, it's too much for anybody to bear. It's too much information for anybody to suck in. It's just too much. Like, you saw her just a few hours ago when she said goodbye to you, and now you're seeing her lifeless lying on the floor. It's too much. So the family were crying. You can see how evil people are. You can see how bad things continue happening in Cameroon every single day. Like, wow. So if we were never careful before, now is the time for us to become careful. These things are happening increasingly increasingly in Cameroon, a country that was considered safe before, but now we are realizing we're having a rude awakening that Cameroon is no longer safe. Oh, the Cameroon of today is not the Cameroon we knew 10-15 years ago. So if you're going out, don't go out at night, or if you must, don't go out alone, go out with a couple of friends. And these crimes continue happening to ladies, particularly. Ladies are easily targeted. So if you're a lady, make sure you have your pepper spray. You can manufacture your own pepper spray at home. Take a bottle of water, take concentrated pepper powder, you mix it together, put it in your old perfume bottles and put in your handbag when you're going out at night. If you see any person approaching you in the dark and you're not sure of what to do, grab your pepper spray real quick and hold it in your hands. And they come close to you and they want to start making like they want to signs of struggle, or they want to pull you into their car, or they want to drag you and all that stuff. You just spray them in the eyes and you start running in the opposite direction, and you make sure you scream to the top of your voice. You shout and alert the entire community, help, 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 strange man after me, help. Scream to the top of your lungs. You know, it's getting crazy out here, but if you can help it, please stay home and stay safe, because literally your life depends on it. You can see more and more women are getting abducted by the day, and it's crazy out here. These are things we never used to hear in Cameroon before. Unfortunately, it has become the order of the day. They're kidnapping people for rituals. Some people are kidnapping people to do genital mutilation. They get some parts of their body, they cut out some parts of their body, and then they sell to people. So you can see how ritualists are taking over this country. Evil people are taking over this country. Kidnappers are taking over this country. So now is the time to be watchful. If you're not watchful before, be watchful now. You never know. And if this happened to one young lady, it means it can happen to any other person. So you want to make sure you look before you leap. You watch your space, check around you, check your surroundings at all times. This Android phone too would ever feel looking every day. So sometimes we have to learn to put our phones in the bag and then look around our surroundings to be sure that people are not approaching us for the wrong reasons, you know. So yeah, we got to be careful, we got to be watchful. Also, I would like for these kidnappers to be caught. I want them to be made an example of. I mean, she works at the gendarmerie, so if anything, the colleagues should take this very personal. She has gendarmes as colleagues. Her co-workers should take this very personal. This is one of theirs. They should search frantically everywhere for every clue, every detail, everything they may have missed. They should take even forensic science, you know, whatever they need, any signs of struggle, they should start searching everywhere till they catch these culprits, because the way they executed this crime, it shows that they have done it before and they will do it again. So her colleagues should search every nook and cranny of Yaoundé to make sure they find these killers. I mean, we didn't have security cameras in Cameroon like that, but they should talk to everybody. Did you notice any signs of struggle? Did you hear any lady screaming? Did you see any lady? Did you see any gentleman? People live around that neighborhood, around that farm where they caught this lady. They should ask their neighbors, did you hear any lady crying here around 10 p.m. or around 11 p.m. last night? They should make serious investigations. I believe with the right questions asked, they're going to get some leads, and with those leads, if they follow them to the very end, they're going to get these kidnappers. I want them to be made an example of. What kind of nonsense is, what kind of evil is this? Somebody's daughter that they've struggled to send to school, she's graduated, she's got a job, living with her parents, she's the one helping her family, her mom. What are they going to do now? Her poor dad, her little brothers and sisters, what are they going to do? They were looking up to her. Sister was the one who was working and bringing money to the family. Now you've taken away the breadwinner of a family. What are they going to go from here? Where are they going to go from here? How are human beings this wicked? People are working out there, you will not work. People are looking for jobs, you will not look for jobs. You want fast money, you want fast cash. Make thunder no fire you for play with it, they catch you, because I really want them to be caught and made an example of. So other people out there who are planning, hoping, wishing, calculating people's daughters to kidnap them, when they will see how they've made an example of this ones here, they too will be scared, they will desist. What nonsense. So the case just really makes me angry today, and I decided to report it. It happened yesterday in Yaoundé. We should be careful, oh, ladies. We should be careful, gentlemen. We should be careful. This could happen to anybody, to our sisters, to our daughters, to our friends, you know. So yeah, that's the sad news we got from Hawaii Escalier, Yaoundé, Cameroon yesterday. So ladies, we should be safe. Watch out for ourselves. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I remain your girl Lunana. If it is your first time on this channel, please don't go without subscribing. On this channel, we talk all things entertainment, we talk about African recipes, and we do lifestyle. So please go ahead and subscribe, like, and comment. Leave me your comments below in the comment section. I'll be reading, I'll be replying, and share the video as well so we can get our community sensitized about this topic, so everybody should know to be more careful. These days times are really hard, evil things are really happening around us. You want to make sure you're careful for your own sake. I love you guys, stay safe everybody, and I will see you guys in my next video. Goodbye.